Once upon a time, in a quiet green forest, there lived a proud hare who loved to brag about how fast he could run. Every day he would boast to the other animals that no one could ever beat him in a race. He laughed at those who were slower than him, especially the tortoise who always moved at a calm, steady pace. The hare often teased the tortoise, saying things like, "You're so slow, you could never reach the finish line before nightfall." But one day, the tortoise, tired of being mocked, calmly suggested that they have a race. The hare was shocked at first, then burst into laughter. The idea of racing a tortoise was ridiculous to him. Still, he agreed, thinking it would be fun to prove his speed once again. The next morning, all the animals gathered to watch the race. The forest buzzed with excitement as the two opponents stood at the starting line. When the signal was given, the hare shot forward like lightning, leaving the tortoise far behind. The hare ran so fast that in just a few seconds the tortoise was only a tiny speck in the distance. Confident of his victory, the hare decided there was no need to hurry. He thought to himself that the tortoise would take hours to catch up, so he might as well take a short nap under a shady tree. Smiling proudly, the hare stretched out and quickly fell asleep. Meanwhile, the tortoise continued on his way. He moved slowly, one step at a time, but he never stopped. He didn't worry about how far ahead the hare might be. He simply focused on putting one foot in front of the other, determined to reach the finish line. The sun rose higher, the air grew warm, and still the tortoise kept moving, slow but steady. Eventually, he came to the place where the hare was sleeping. Quietly, without a sound, the tortoise passed by and continued along the path. Hours later, the hare woke up and looked around. He was shocked to see that the tortoise was nowhere behind him. Panic filled him as he dashed off at full speed toward the finish line. The wind rushed past his ears as he ran faster than he ever had before. But just as he came around the last bend, he saw something that made his heart sink. The tortoise was only a few steps away from the finish line. The animals were cheering loudly as the tortoise took one final slow step and crossed the line just before the hare arrived. The crowd erupted with joy. The tortoise had won the race. The hare stood frozen, unable to believe what had just happened. He had been so sure of himself, yet he lost because of his arrogance and overconfidence. The tortoise smiled kindly at the hare, and though he didn't say anything, everyone understood the lesson that day. The forest animals learned that speed and talent alone are not enough. Patience and determination can accomplish great things. And so the story of the hare and the tortoise reminds us all of a timeless truth. Slow and steady wins the race. No matter how fast or skilled someone may be, true success comes from consistency, perseverance, and humility. In life, it's not always the one who starts the fastest who finishes first, but the one who never gives up along the way.